Good morning all, it's Maddie from Maddie Travels and I am leaving the hotel. It's about 9ish, a little after 9 in the morning. I stopped by to see what they were having for breakfast and wasn't feeling what they were having, so I am getting ready to get on the elevator and leave the hotel. I don't know, I've never been here before in Portugal, but I want to take you on the journey with me. First, I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to find just coffee, and it's about 50-something degrees right now in Portugal. Apparently, it was raining a lot yesterday, but then when I got here, it stopped the raining. So, let's see what's happening.
Ecco, lasciate quello che non vi serve, zaino così, chi vuole lasciare lo zaino?
Wow, lots of hotel visitors. I mean, lots of tourists for that hotel that I'm staying in. The hotel is basically, it's very small, but everything in Europe is small. But the streets here, I mean, it's all the location, because the location is amazing. As you can see, that street, that's the main street over here in this area, and the palace is there, and a whole bunch of shops and stores, and I mean, it's a beautiful location, perfect location actually for the time that I'm here. I think I picked a winner, although the room is as big as it was when I did solo traveling with my friend, but can't be this. Here's the palace, Hotel Palace. It used to, wow. And then the theater's right here. But this is the corner of where I'm staying. And then over there is, I think that's the actual palace. I have to see, because when I came, it was kind of darkish, so I really wasn't paying attention. I was kind of like overwhelmed by the surroundings. But this is what we have to work with where I'm staying. And then this is the metro station. So and around this corner is where the market was. When I turned that corner, the Christmas market was there. So now I want to go and find some breakfast to have. All right. We will continue our journey through Lisbon. Liquor stores open so early? Let's see here. All right. Now back to that building. I want to say it's the palace. Somebody had mentioned that it was the palace.
How about Coco Mine?
You know, I'm gonna have to look into this place because it says Hotel Avenida Palace, but it's connected to this building too. So I bet you this once was the actual palace completed, the whole thing. I will have to check into that because this is interesting. Because they're not separate buildings. So, see, they're not separate. That will be my homework assignments. And then the market is right there. So it's a perfect location where I'm staying. Perfecto. This is the theater. Teatro Nacional de Maria II. Oh, so that's the building that was lit up. When I went to the market, which is right across the street, there was a building that was lit up like at the top. It was really interesting. I took a picture with it in front of it. But that's what it was, a theater. You know what? That place looks like it serves breakfast. I'm gonna go check it out. Go to the crosswalk. This building is really fascinating to me. I think as soon as I go to Spain, back to Spain, I'm going to look into this building. Because it's connected, and I bet you any money this was the palace, the whole thing. You know, for being in the 50s, it's really not that cold. You got joggers. See what they got here. That's a lot of food. There is croqueta, bagel French, fresh bagel, some smoked ham and lettuce. Oh. Gracias. Um, Here, let me see here. Combo deals. We got snacks. The snacks. Oh, and they got baguettes. Sandwiches. Hamburgers. Well, they got some serious hamburgers. That top one is $11.90. No, the top one is $13.90. The middle one is $10.90. And the bottom one is $10.90 also. Then there's pastelera. The good, wonderful pastries. Ooh, gelatos. And then coffee. I think I'm gonna have me a cup of coffee and a pastry. Since she was kind enough to hand me the menu. They got a lot on their menu. Cocktails. All right, peace. I am going to have me a cup of coffee here, but this is the location and it's very, very pretty. I'm gonna sit outside and people watch. All right, people, I've decided to eat here. I'm gonna eat a sandwich and a cup of coffee with cream. But the place is nice, as you can see. It's sitting outside. They also have the inside. They have a brunch, seafood, gelato steakhouse. Prices aren't bad here. And it's right across from the Christmas market that they had yesterday. It's a cute little car. Lots of traffic. I think people are going to work, and I'm surprised they had all those people at the hotel I was staying at. I mean, there was a lot of people. So I wonder where they were coming from, what group they were. They were in a group. So, well. But yeah, this is a really nice place to sit and people watch. You know, and the waitress is very nice. The one that gave me the I'm just soaking it all in. It's just such a beautiful place. Such a beautiful place here. Could I live here? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of people. There's like an overwhelming amount of things happening. I'm more of a quiet, type person. Would I come back here? I'd say yes. I'm here for a short period of time. I'm only here for 4 days, so I would come back, definitely. Probably not in the summertime, because if this is what winter looks like, I don't know if you saw my video of the market yesterday, but the streets were just like swarmed with people on the outside of the market too. So I'm like, if this is how December is, that's the waitress. She's very nice. If this is how December is, can you just imagine how the summertime is? I can't even fathom that. But to me, as far as vacationing and seeing countries and places, I think this is the best time to go if you don't want to be overcrowded and swarmed by people. This is like the perfect time to go. Although it says it's in the 50s, it doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. And it's only not a little after 9 and it's already, Imagine with the locals out. Be crazy. Gracias. But it'd be crazy. But the decorations, how they have it here, gracias, will be, I'm just, I don't know, speechless. I don't. There's one thing I did notice here is there's a lot of beggars. Like that lady that's just approached me for money. Yesterday, about 2 people approached me for money. Yeah, she's going to everybody. So my coffee. Gracias. There's my coffee. Morning coffee. So on that note, I'm gonna put some of this sugar cubes. Oh, they got some there. Let's see, is that what that is? Yeah. I'll put this back then. Stealing from the next table. But I don't think one's gonna do it, so I'm gonna have to take from the next table. My coffee. If anybody knows Mahdi, they know I like sugar. Lots and lots of sugar. So I am gonna steal from the next table sugar cubes. All right. Nothing like having a cup of coffee on the streets of Lisbon. It's already melted, okay. Now the real taste begins. Let's see. Oh my God, that's so good. I wish you can have a taste of this coffee. It's like amazing. Is there any way I can sit here for the rest of my life and just bury me in the spot? With a cup of coffee. I will let you take the sights and sounds of Portugal. I would definitely come here to the spot where I'm sitting again before I leave. They're like these umbrellas set up, like a whole bunch of them down the row, and then they decorated the umbrella and the trees with flowers. I'm gonna go to Banksy Museum because I love Banksy. I think he's very creative and controversial. And his museum is 20 minutes by bus. Food is here. Gracia. Oh, that looks delicious. I don't think I can eat all that, but amazing. Well, peace out. I got to get to this meal. It's smelling amazing. That meal was amazing. I normally don't share good deeds when I do good deeds with people because I believe God sees all and He's the only one that matters. But as I was sitting here eating my meal, The sandwich was cut in three. They were ginormous pieces. And another guy approached me while I was sitting here eating. He was off to the side. He was about in his 20s, maybe my son's age or so. And he was talking. I had no clue what he was saying. He was very kind. You know, he was off to the side. I barely knew he was standing there until I looked. And we locked eyes. And then I had no clue what he was saying. Not one word did I understand what he was saying. So I pointed to my sandwich, and I guess he realized that I was asking him if he wanted a piece of the, you know, one of the big slices of the sandwich. And he smiled and he shook his head when I pointed to the sandwich. So I gave him a nice big chunk of sandwich, and the smile and the thankfulness that he had in his eyes, and he smiled, and he held the sandwich up a little and to thank me as he was walking away. But it's like you can always tell who's an actual beggar and who's, I don't know what he was saying, but I thought he was hungry, and he was very appreciative. And I'll just pray for him that everything works well for him, and you know, if he's having any difficulties in his life, that things get better for him. But in any language, you know, if somebody needs something or you don't know what it is, I mean, he could have said no, he didn't want that, because a lot of people that are beggars, they prefer money. They don't want anything that you have. If they're hungry, if they're truly, genuinely hungry, they will take what you have to offer. And that's my lesson for today. But it was a very good exchange between me and him, although we knew nothing what we were saying to each other. But I just hope all works well for him, wherever he's at and whatever he's doing. Well, my meal is done, and I'm waiting for the check, and then I will be on my way to find out what I'm going to do next. I have things written on this phone on my notes that I do want to see. So I will be heading that way as soon as I get my check. So, peace.